What's up, YouTube? This is Starwolf. Hey, look, we all know that Al Sharpton eulogized George Floyd's final funeral yesterday. Now, during that eulogy, he spoke on a few things, and one of the things that stuck out was he said that it was holy punks in a pulpit. Now, my thing about that is this: Al Sharpton is not in a place to be calling anybody punks. And one of the main reasons that there is punks in the pulpit, meaning these preachers, deacons, reverends, they can't speak out, and especially the wealthy ones, the rich ones, such as T.D. Jakes and Creflo Dollar and them. The reason they can't speak out, and Al Sharpton knows this, is because, for one, they up under strict law and strict rule. They up under the 501c3 tax exempt law. See, with that right there, they being governed by one of the IRS's laws. So they can't speak out. One of the exemption requirements is that under them restrictions, when it comes to how much a political and legislative activity they can engage in and how much lobbying, they can't do anything. See, they can't attempt to influence legislative activity. They can't speak out on politics or none of that. They cannot do none of that. Because if they do, then they'll lose their exemption. See, they tax exempt. Most of these churches are tax exempt. They can't contribute to any political campaign, any particular candidates, none of that, even though they do. But the way they make their money is off of the people. But I'll get off into that in a second. Now, anyway, we all know that Al Sharpton is a government informant. He admitted this. He admitted this back in 2014, that he was an informant for the FBI. And what happened with that is Al was he turned informant after trying to do a drug deal with undercover agents. He was going to try to get some cocaine and sell it, like 10 kilos. But he was caught, so he turned informant. Now, he been working with the feds ever since. His whole purpose for even being around the Floyd family, because it was due to the FBI sending him to infiltrate them, so that he can report back to them with information about what's going on and what they plan on doing. Everything else was for show. Al Sharpton already know. He already know that any reverend, any preacher, any pastor or deacon cannot speak out. He know this. So calling them holy punks in the pulpit, that was all for show. That was for show. They didn't even need him to be there. But like I said, he was sent by the FBI to infiltrate the Floyd family and see what's really going on. That's the real reason he was there, because he is an FBI informant. Believe that. He has been working with the feds for many years. For many years. And that was his only purpose of being there. They cannot speak out at all. They cannot speak out. This is why T.D. Jakes, you didn't hear him talk about this case. You didn't hear him talk about George Floyd. Only thing he mentioned and said was that this is a difficult time. It's messed up right now that the police did this. That's nothing. That's nothing. You reside within Texas. You reside in Dallas. The Potter's house is in Dallas. You have a weekly congregation of 17,000 people. A weekly attendance of 17,000 people. You could have easily came to Houston. Easily. You could have easily went to Minneapolis and spoke out for real. You could have donated money. But instead, money is being donated to these churches. He makes damn near probably between $1 million and $5 million a week. He's highly rich. $147 million rich. But none of these prominent reverends or preachers have spoken out. None of the wealthy ones. Because they can't. Because they're up under that 501c3. That IRS law. They tax exempt. Their churches are tax exempt. Because they're deemed a non-profit organization. So Al Sharpton knew this. 95% of the people that preach are not going to speak out. Because they being governed. They being controlled and ruled by the government. And that's just facts right there. That's the facts. Don't nobody want to speak on these issues, but I'm going to speak on these issues. Because they real issues and they facts. And you can't get around it. And they going to keep close. They going to keep a close eye on the Floyd family. Because they sent one of their informants to infiltrate. Just like they've been doing for so many years when it's dealing in regards to any type of black organization, any type of black issue. They always send one of us to infiltrate, to see what's going on. And in this case, they sent Al Sharpton, one of their biggest informants. And he talking about he ain't did that in many years. He ain't considered himself a rat because he was helping out the neighborhood and get rid of drug dealers. Nah, you was trying to sell drugs and you got caught, so you turned informant so you wouldn't have to do no time, and they kept you like that because you were deemed as a young activist on the rise. Those are the facts and those are the truths. And this is why they can't speak out. This is why you won't see them speaking out. Many of our peoples. Oprah, Gail, none of them. They'll say little things that make you think they care, but they can't go all the way in. They can't tell nobody to organize and be like, hey, fuck the police, all of that type of things of that nature. They're not going to tell you that. But anyway, I'm Starwolf. I wanted to bring this to everybody's, attention. I want to make y'all aware of this because I know a lot of y'all see these prominent figures who you deem as leaders, you look up to, and you don't know the real behind them and their history, and you wondering why they ain't said nothing. But you still look up to them. This is one of the reasons why. Anyway, make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. Make sure you hit that like button and that notification bell so you can get these videos when they drop. Make sure that you share all my videos on social media platforms. Peace.